So hey, I'm going to be talking about why I don't like school. This is not a new concept, but you're also allowed to have your own opinion. If you like school, one, I'm jealous of you. It must make life a lot easier. But also two, yeah. Uh, I forgot the second one. I don't know what I was going to say. But yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about is my idea. So you know how it's 5 days. Oh well, come. I don't know about you. I'm not very good at like knowing how it goes in different countries, but where I am at least, and I'm pretty sure in most countries, it's a 5 day school week, and 2 days of weekend. I feel like that's very unbalanced. I think pouring one more day into the weekend, so it's a 3 day weekend, 4 day of school, is a lot more healthy because obviously education is very important. But at the same time, like I feel like not necess- like I feel like 2 days and is like way too short for 5 days of work. But I feel like 4 days of work is pretty fine for a 3 day break. And also, I think we'll just, I don't see any flaws with it. But at the same time, I there's probably some flaw in that. But at the same time, I do think it should be how it goes. But I don't have any say in this world. I'm not even legally a teenager. Um. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about my school next. But I'm also gonna see if I can fit the general school in as well. So at my school, like they teach a lot of things, right? Like the classical, boring history stuff that no one's ever gonna use. Like we're learning about of Independence and all that stuff, which is very unnecessary, I'd say. But I don't know. Maybe when I'm older, like I'm like learning to become the next Jeff Bezos, or I don't know, most likely going to become a learning how to be a McDonald's employee. Maybe they'll say like, okay, how good is your experience? To say, oh, I've never done this before. Okay, 0 out of 10. How was your cooking skills? I burnt down my house when I was trying to cook. Oh, 0 out of 10. Uh, what do you know about the Treaty of Independence? Oh, 17 people signed it in 1863. It's like, oh, you're hired. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen, but I kind of doubt it. Believe it or not. But yeah, but the problem with all schools do that. But one thing I don't like about my school is that they don't teach probably two of the more important subjects, spelling and reading. They actively discourage kids from caring about their spelling because it can take away from their actual like effort put into the actual like writing, which is fine. Like I feel but at the same time, problem for me is that like everything else, I'm as dumb as the last brick. I'm dumb as a brick, and I barely ever go outside, so I don't see many bricks. Which really says how dumb I am. But the two things I'd say I'm actually kind of good at are spelling and reading, but since they don't teach either of those, I'm deteriorating at both. And um yeah, which is unfortunate. Um so yeah, and also I feel like whenever I complain saying like, dude, I'm at school like all the time at this point, I might as well be living here. Um they always say, "Oh, 6 hours isn't that long." I'm sorry, what? Did you just say 6 hours being there? It's 6 hours is a long time. Especially, like, even 6 hours if I was at a friend's house is a long time. But at a place where I have to listen and be a good person in general, no, just no. And, yeah, it's just way too long. I probably, if my the 4 day, 3 day thing, 4 day, the thing I said earlier. Caricature, honestly, I could probably live with 6 hours. I could probably live with 6 hours, or even 5 or 4 hours. But yeah, um, so yeah, I'm gonna talk. So my school has this function, right, called options, and it's supposed to give like they're supposed to have. It's supposed to like give students like an option of what they want to do, and but there's a pretty big flaw in it. That's is that my classroom doesn't seem to know how to have fun. Like, okay, that's a little disrespectful, but basically the options that so they have it split in between the so I have both year sevens and year eights in my class, but basically I'll split it into two. So I'll just tell you all the different options. So there is early childhood, where you look after like kindergarteners for them, which I really didn't want to do because I don't want to sing Baby Shark for someone. That's my moral integrity gone in an instant, like Thanos if you came back. Like I would not be happy. But at the same time, like I was like thinking like, oh well. At the same time, it might be an option. There aren't many better options in all honesty. But also, then the second one was dance, and like I don't want to like start any like people not liking me because that's not ideal. But I think it's pretty universally known dancing is more of a girl thing. It sounds a little bad, but I think everyone can kind of agree that like when you think of dancing, like you'd more expect it, yeah, and it kind of shows because I'm pretty sure there's one boy that does dance out of my entire class, and yeah, and then the other one is what I ended up having to do, which was like building stuff with like wood and crap, and I really didn't want to do it, but the problem here, a pretty big flaw in their plan was that we do it both Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they can yeah, both Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you've got to do either one or the other, except for the building things, which is a 2 day thing. So basically, dance and early childhood, like you'd have to do together because like say like early childhood on Tuesdays and dance on Thursdays. But the problem is, the difference with that and the building things is the building things is 2 days, which means it's physically, or not technically, you could probably bargain, but basically, it's impossible to avoid, like you can't go and do, say, early childhood and the building thing, because you'd either have to do early childhood or dance, because you can't go, like, childhood and the building thing, because the building thing requires you to be doing it both Tuesday and Thursday. So I ended up having to pick it because I would not do dance. I was like automatically crossed out. Like it was just like doing the early childhood thing. I think my integrity would kind of be gone. Like it would be cool, but also I feel like I'd be very insecure about it. So it's basically out, which basically meant I had to pick the building thing, and my school has never seemed to be that good at giving options. The best option I think I've ever gotten was music production, which I'm pretty sure got cancelled halfway through. So, yeah, there's that, and yeah, that's kind of it. Now and there was this one other thing I want to talk about because I think it was really cool. I've got to be honest. I had this teacher, right, in Mr. Young, in digital tech, and he was really cool. Like originally, like before, so it turned like he was a digital tech teacher, right? And I already thought he was like a pretty cool teacher. In my book, a teacher that's chill, like a teacher that's just like he doesn't raise his voice or anything, is a cool teacher. But yeah, so he was already on my good side. But I found out through like some rumors. I don't actually know how it happened. Now that I think about it, I think it's like the only time that I've actually heard of a rumor in my school. It's not like that type of school. But it turns out that he was actually a Minecraft speedrunner. And I asked him, I built up the courage after a few days going like, do I ask him? Do I not? And I finally had the courage to ask him, and it turns out he was, which is just really cool to me. And yeah, so that was really cool. That made that, yeah. And I actually got into speedrunning for a bit, Obviously, like, I'm not good at dedicating myself to things, so I didn't end up doing it forever, but I did get a couple leaderboard placements, not only in Minecraft, but in, like, a couple Roblox games. Or I think only in one Roblox game, but, my point still stands. Um, yeah, which was really cool, but unfortunately, like, all good things, he left the school. I actually met him in public, like, when, like, we were going shopping because, oh yeah, another really stupid thing my school did, like, so originally, we could use, so, like, we'd have, like, Google Classroom and stuff, and we could use either our iPad or a laptop or anything like, or an iPad or a laptop, and I had an iPad, and before going into the new term, we got a newspaper saying that I, for some reason, there's probably some, like, actual reason behind it, but from what I knew, all that came through my little children eyes was that, huh, why would they change it? Because now I had to go get a laptop, which is just another couple $1,000s on the already got back to school stuff. Or not a couple thousand, 8,000, but still. My little sister also had to get one, which makes it even more expensive. And it was so unnecessary because it was perfectly fine how it was. And now we had to get a laptop, which is just extra money. But yeah. So when we were getting a laptop, um actually no, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that, but it was in a tech area, which is quite kind of fitting to be honest. But we went there and we actually met him in public. It was really funny because like I was out with my dad, right? I'm not even legally a teenager. I'm not going out alone. And my dad asks, "Hey, can you help us get like pick out like some headphones or some wireless headphones because it was coming out to my birthday, and I'd always really wanted wireless headphones because untangling your headphones is an actual pain." And I was like, wait a minute, is that it? No, no, no way. No, I've got to be procrastinating. I've got to be hallucinating. I haven't had any water in a couple hours, haven't I? But yeah, so he asks him, and he said, "Oh yeah, we got a couple down there." It's like, and then it was like, it's like I swear, wait a, and then he says, "Hey, do I know you? You remind me of someone I know from." Before my dad could say anything, I just say like, "I knew I recognized you," and like, yeah, and it was really cool. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I haven't seen him since, but if you're watching this, maybe I doubt it, but hi, Mr. Young. You're a really cool teacher. Um, I hope you're having a better time though. I can imagine teaching would be a kind of a torturous job, but yeah. So that was really fun, and yeah. Unfortunately, I never got my wireless headphones. It was a lot like a Beyblade Arena I got when I was 8. Still waiting for it. It's been like 4 years now, but that's besides the point. Um, yeah. I'm not a big fan of school. I guess you can like school, but I don't. Bye. And also, if you're watching, hi, Mr. Young. I hope you're having a good day.